let's go. The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, oh, it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Husband and a Housewife with me, Joe Sealey.
And me, Nicole Sealey.
The boss, the Führer, my Führer.
It's just mean every week. I'm going to stop coming. I'm going to stop coming if you be mean to me.
It's not mean. It's not mean. You like being the boss, no?
I am the boss. I'm a bit croaky again this week.
Why?
Too much talking.
Oh, I know that. Too much alcohol, you, innit?
Judging me again. Literally.
I feel like I'm your driver.
You are. You're like, because we went out last night, didn't we? Well, daytime.
Yeah, we went out in the daytime.
Yeah.
We went to San Carlo for lunch, didn't we?
It was really nice, actually.
Really nice in San Carlo.
And the waiter, when you ordered the steak for two for yourself.
Yeah, so what I did was
judgy.
I thought it was good value, that. You can have a 14-ounce ribeye for 30 quid with broccoli.
Yeah.
And I ate it all. Yeah, you had a bit, didn't you? But
a little corner.
Yeah, but I ate it.
One mouthful.
I ate it all as well. You weren't sure if I was going to...
I think you looked like you were coming out of meat sweats.
And then we had oysters and truffle pasta to share to start, didn't we?
That was small. We had a starter one, which was...
Yeah.
And I did eat most of it.
Well, I had half of a ravioli and you had 2.5.
Do love truffle.
Yeah, I'll let you have
truffle.
And then we got some bread and dipped it in the sauce. Oh,
delicious.
Delicious. Then we went up. We went to 20 Stories.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Yeah, not for me.
No, I didn't enjoy it either. I think it's difficult with
Strange.
COVID.
I've only been there once before.
Yeah, I've never been.
But it's like maybe for the kids. I don't know. Not particularly.
I don't know that. I just think they would seem a bit stressed. The
ambience did not feel chilled, did it?
No, it didn't.
No.
You know,
you felt a little bit. I get that they're under pressure, but yeah, I've sat there feeling a little bit like everyone was pissed off.
It's one of the highest points in Manchester. It's an open air top bar and restaurant. It's got beautiful views, and I didn't feel very relaxed or really enjoyed it. So we left, didn't we?
We did.
And we went to where?
Where did we always end up?
We went to the Dakota.
You sure you've not got shares in that place?
I know, I should do. We're on first name terms with everyone now. So we went there, Nicole got pissed, and I drunk some coffee.
We were home early though, weren't we?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
And then where did you end up?
I went to the hospital.
And
yeah,
it's not COVID, by the way, before anyone jumps all over it.
But I've not been very well for about 2 weeks. Have I? Really?
You've not been very well for years, Joe.
No, but come on. Last week I was proper ill, weren't I? Week before last was proper ill.
I'm not sure people want to know about
I'm not going to talk about
inner workings.
Anyway, so apparently I could have some form of blood disease or something like that.
So dramatic though.
Or diabetes, possibly.
Yeah, I think you're going to be all right. I think you've had an infection and you didn't get antibiotics and you're feeling a bit run down.
Yeah.
Work's a bit stressful for everybody, isn't it?
Work is stressful at the moment.
So, and you're not a great coper of stress, are you?
It's not a coper of stress. I'm in the middle of selling my business at the moment, and terms and conditions and bits and pieces and lawyers are involved and things like that don't run as smoothly as you like, and employment and blah 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 blah, and it's ongoing. And
I think lots of people are in that position.
But it should be done in the next couple of days. But but there's worse things that are going on because people are losing their jobs out there and things are shutting. So
yeah, and interestingly, I think that we've had a week where we've really kind of had to, with all the changes that Boris has been bringing in, kind of the whole week has been a little bit tumultuous. Is that the word? And
turbulent.
Turbulent. Yeah.
You haven't had that test done this week, have you?
No,
we need to get that sorted out. But I do want to talk about these changes actually, because it's a good point. And we haven't really got a format for today's show. We're just going to chat. So Nicole was meant to get a guest. Obviously, she forgot because she has Alzheimer's. So she didn't remember until yesterday afternoon, and then she doesn't know anyone.
Because it's like I'm me, myself, and I.
Yeah, so I will sort somebody out next week.
It wasn't even that, to be fair. It's been a really, really full-on
week.
2 weeks. Full on 2 weeks.
We're filming a lot, aren't we? Well, actually, I filmed a lot last week as well. But
all right, get you check you out.
Pretty good on it, to be honest.
Yeah, looking like the done. So
I feel like there's going to be a new husband of Cheshire.
I've actually got a toothache as well, which is not good.
But no, these changes that he's making all the time, and I get it and I understand, and there was reasons this weekend. I think he'd had a part to play in it or whatever, but it's very confusing and. You
are easily confused though.
No, but you don't know what's right and what's wrong. I thought this bubble thing finished and now the bubble thing's back, and Bolton and Blackburn and somewhere else have shut businesses again today, and I'm fucking listening to things thinking I don't know what's right and what's wrong.
No, so I think I'm not going to lie. I think Boris has got a little confused along the way.
I thought your phone was on silent.
I thought my phone was on silent. Sorry.
Yeah, here she goes. She'll have to read whatever messages on the screen.
Well,
here we go. Read it out loud.
Oh, okay. So Jane, that owns a Vuna restaurant, is on a Monday. Their city centre restaurant is only open on a Monday because I was going to go there for lunch, but they actually Knutsford and Altrincham are open from Tuesdays to Sundays.
Okay, so put the phone down now.
Okay, so now we know what's going on in my...
There you go. So if you want to go to Vuna...
And someone just said I'm their fave housewife.
Come on, Nicole.
Right.
Get
You
off the
just
phone.
asked me. I'm trying to turn it off. I don't know if it's off or on now.
I'm sick of working with amateurs. I imagine that's how the other housewives feel.
What, when they have to film with you?
No, because I am a pro. They call me One Take Joe.
Yeah.
That's the crew's nickname for me.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, back to Boris.
The changes, yeah. What do you think? What do you actually think about this now?
Right, so my personal view, and I like to sit on the... Well, I don't actually, but,
Yeah, get off the fence.
I'm going to get off the fence. So, well, actually, I don't really sit on the fence. That's actually not true at all. Boris, for me, I think I've said before that whoever is in this position at the moment is in a no-win position. Yeah. However, in recent weeks, I don't particularly agree with how we're now managing stuff. I said to you earlier, if we had small children still, I would be pulling my hair out that we have not cut school holidays shorter, but we're allowing bars to open now. School children are less risk, totally. Yeah, their education is...
but they can't social distance. They bring it home.
No. But there is less like... So you're telling me 20-year-old pissed people are easier to contain?
In the village of Hale in Cheshire, or in Great Imagine whether it falls under this week, there's been a massive spike between 20 and 30-year-olds because they've been having raves there. So apparently,
where was
there's
my
been problems. No, I know,
joking.
but I think you're right. And do you know what? I agree. I think schools are more important. People get pissed, even though you like to get pissed all weekend, every weekend.
I don't like people that much, so I quite easily socially distance. That's not a problem for me. I'm just kind of taking advantage of it.
There is priorities, I think, and if it is going to be a priority system, schools have to be that.
But you have to be aware at all times. We were walking through Manchester. Somebody stopped, said, "Could I take a picture?" And I was like, "You want to go?" "Oh yeah, of course."
Famous.
And no, what I'm saying is, piss off,
selfie.
Joe. No, but what I was trying to get across is...
No, you didn't make them social distance,
but your natural reaction is to go, yes, and stand next to somebody. But you so your first response now has to be, "I'm really sorry, yes, I can do it, but could you go stand there?"
Yeah.
And I'm here, make sure we're distancing.
Actually, they posted that picture today, didn't they?
They did.
Did you see me in the back doing the fucking bolt? I was fucking giving it the bolt sign behind. I photobombed it, didn't I?
You bombed me.
Yeah, I ruined their photo.
No, I'm sure you didn't. But no, so going back to my views within what's going on. Yeah. Boris, for me, and government are slightly losing their way.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult, but I think if he's not clear enough, and people need...
It's grey in it all the time.
No,
it's grey.
And so people need much clearer definition of what's going on. It is not clear enough.
The mask thing, for example, right? I agree with to a point, but then I'm in Costa and it's optional, right? Then I go to the Trafford Centre and the women in there tell me before mask there was a limit to the amount of people that were allowed in the Trafford Centre and shops. When you wear a mask, you can have as many people as you like going through the Trafford Centre and per shop. So she said there's people touching each other just because they've got masks on and walking next to each other. That's loopholing. That's all that is. Right, I'm the best person in the world at breaking the rules and finding the loophole in it. Right, I am.
Which is not at the moment.
I'm not saying it's not in this, but in life. Right, I am that person. You're not. She can give me the eyes now, but I will try and find loopholes.
That's why I'm in charge and you're not.
Yeah, right. But yeah, if I am Trafford, that's what I'd be doing. Wear them masks, let 5,000 people in. So what? Right?
Yeah.
That's what I do because it's trade. But I think what we're coming up against now is the economic impact to the health impact, and it's clashing now.
What I'm saying
you can't shut down again,
Joe. Right.
Let's open up and all get on with it. And if you live, you live. And if you die, you're weak.
I don't disagree. But what I'm saying is, he's not clear enough.
I'm only joking, by the way.
They're not setting out clear enough.
No.
He's not clear. Right? And I'm not unintelligent. Well,
No.
what I'm saying is, and even you could
travel
interpret.
thing
It's not
again.
that easy. It's easy to misinterpret. So it wouldn't be that someone was stupid or whatever.
No, it's so difficult.
So it's not difficult to make it quite clear.
No, it isn't clear. I completely agree. I don't know what the rules are and what the rules aren't
And I
anymore.
get that they're just trying. I get that they're trying to manage, and I get that they're trying to manage within pockets. That I get, but still, it is not really clear.
I don't think you can manage in pockets. Like, so, for example, there is someone we know that lives in Leicester, right? Works on a TV show. I don't know which one. Works on a TV show. Let me just say that. Right. So I asked, right, when Leicester was locked down, what happened? Well, you was allowed out of Leicester if you lived there to go to the shops. Just the shops in Leicester were locked down. You could drive to Nuneaton and do your food shopping. You was allowed to do that and go to the shops there. Because I thought, are they barricading the roads or doing stoppages? No. They just shut the businesses in that area and the trade stops and the socialising. But you can go outside of it, which, you know, it makes no sense to me. I kind of feel like at the start, we might have, you know, and this is a terrible thing what's going on in the world at the moment. You know, we've never experienced this and it's new. We might have well gone, you were locking down for 6 months, fucking go home, right? Because letting people back out to do this, that and the other creates confusion and people want to do stuff and you're not going to be able to do it. You're right. You cannot social distance in a boozer. But we haven't gone to a pub actually, has it? It's not something we really do.
No, we've gone to a restaurant.
We go to restaurants. I'm not really a pub person. Right? I don't drink that much, so Nicole does. But we don't go to pubs. No, but I can imagine. If I am the worst person in the world, if I'm drunk, I'm all over the place. I'm loud and big.
We wouldn't social distance you if you're pissed.
You could not social distance me, right? You couldn't. I talk to people. And I'm looking at Piccolinos and I'm driving through outside in all the edge and I'm thinking, fucking hell, there's 3,000 people sitting on tables. It's difficult, isn't it? And people want to go out. So you either go, right, you know, there's another business, I'm not going to say where in all the edge, that was in the paper for no social distancing, you know? So, you know, and I get it, you know, young people, we've got young kids that are, you know, going out and they're all old enough to go out, but there's no way, Remy, 18 years old, social distancing, there's no way.
He is. What are you talking about?
They're not in pubs.
No, but they couldn't. They would not, but he's not really going out, so that's not an issue. But, you know, it's not even, but you're not, but I'm not talking about that, Joe. You've gone off.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's the fact that government are not giving clear guidelines.
No, but because they're trying to get trade moving, Nick. That's why.
I agree with that.
The actual right answer is don't open them. Right? But it's like, then what? The economy stops. You can't keep funding the world, the country. Can't. We're going to have a 10-year slump. Do you know, we don't know what unemployment's like at the minute. It's 14% plus more unemployment. We've still got 9 million people on furlough. How many of those people are actually redundant?
Well, it's interesting because I went to the dentist. Have you seen my new teeth?
Oh yeah, Nicole's got new teeth. We'll talk about that after.
So yeah, but I was just going to say, but I went to the dentist, and when I was at the dentist, I was interested to see impact for dentists.
Who's
and they're
dentist?
finding. Well, Hannah did my teeth.
Hannah Kinsella.
Hannah Kinsella.
From TV.
Yes, TV Hannah. But it was just talking about the impact even for dentists generally, not just Hannah,
Half,
but,
she said,
but they reckon about 50%. So people, yes, emergency stuff they're coming in for, but people are delaying and putting off. So impact there. Mind you, they have got the super masks. It looks like something out of Alien. It must be really difficult.
Like gas masks.
They're like gas masks. I mean, these are masks. Nothing's getting in those buggers. No. I felt like I was being treated by Alien.
I saw the packets they were coming as well. They're coming completely sealable, disinfectant bags.
They've got these like
huge
big things on. Like there's nothing getting in there.
That's like a film, innit?
It was. So yeah, very safe. But I'm a little bit sore still.
Be you happy with them?
Yeah, very happy. I'm just a little bit tender at the moment.
Yeah. So anyway, we've had a little rant about COVID, and I think they're trying their best, but it's an impossible thing. We either go one way or the other. We either stop again, or we go right. We're opening, and we're going to play it out. Now, I've got a friend that says, "Look, Joe, it's quite intelligent," and he says,
"You haven't got any intelligent
well,
friends."
I have. And he says, "Joe, look, 500,000 people are going to die from this. They're going to die. Right? It can be quicker or it can be slower. If that's what it is, and we don't have a fix for this, it eventually will get those people. So we should just bash it out and it'll be done." Which I'm not sure I agree with, but he made a valid point.
Yeah, okay. But on a plus, things are progressing. So they've now obviously got the testing down to 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's the day, isn't it?
So that's really good. Yeah. Russia are talking about that they potentially have this vaccine. Are they going to share it? Who knows?
No.
But things are certainly moving in the right direction. But no, you're not going to eradicate. If we eradicated flu, we talked about that.
No.
But it's not about that. It's more my issue that we need to be much stronger as a government. The guidelines need to be much clearer. And basically what I thought was probably the best thing to do is just put me in charge and it would be fine.
No.
It would. I'd make it work.
What would you do then?
I don't want to give all my secrets away when I run for government. Watch out, Boris, here I come. But no, I mean, it's a very difficult job. But
it's an impossible job for anybody to do.
But we're not making it easy at the moment for ourselves.
No.
In my opinion.
But, you can, I think everyone suffers, financially from this. So I think they can see why they're
It's interesting. So catering.
Go.
So now catering companies. So if you have a small event, so this is the kind of thing that I don't agree with. Okay, so a small event, say you've got 20 people.
I've always 15.
No, I'm just talking generally of 20. An event, say you've got 20 people. You want to feed them, right? But you can't have it as any sort of party, and they can't be fed. Outside caterers now can't do events, but you can have picnics in the park.
Yep.
You can go to restaurants, but outside caterers can't cater food. I mean, it's just bonkers. How has that got any relevance? How is it okay for me? I can go to McDonald's, buy the food from McDonald's. I can go to the park and have 100 people in the park and feed them all.
It's a little bit like you can have your nails done, your hair done, but you can't have a facial. I mean, them businesses must be I
know. Do you know what? I know I hate to say this. No, I agree. I kind of see. The only thing I would say, wait. Right, so, okay. As a dentist, they're saying that's a necessity. Because I was thinking about this. If they then said to people that were doing facials that they would have to wear the mask that dentists do, then I actually don't think, because they are sealed completely, you're not breathing on anyone at all. Potentially, could you have a type of screen that you could still treat? Yes, it would be difficult. Is it any worse? Probably no.
What's it went over top of you and you sort of went underneath it, or kind of? Like you have holes in it, like you put your arms in, rubber gloves, and touch people's faces.
I was told an interesting story by a taxi driver. I don't know if he was in the car, and he was saying, "Oh no, I don't think you were." So basically, the screens in taxis.
Yes. The black cab ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, the air circulating.
Useless.
Because the air circulating around the car.
Useless.
So it uses its own air, doesn't it, sometimes, Carl? So
yeah,
you're
absolutely
getting the air coming
useless.
through the blowers, isn't you? So
yeah, exactly. So completely useless.
You can't defend against it completely. The taxis, I believe, is one of the hardest industries. I don't know really anyone that's using them. I know you use them because you're on telly, but, that's every people I know that are drivers are fucking struggling.
But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Sitting down and having, if you want to close, I know it's very difficult. If you're going to close complete parts, you need to close it down completely. It was really funny. They're talking about the over 50s, and literally 2 weeks ago we had this conversation, and I did say, I'm not saying I would say 50. I think I said if you were 65 and over, potentially, then you do have to lock those people down. I'm sorry, or it's voluntary lockdown. They have a choice.
It is though, anyway. You can voluntary lockdown.
But what I'm saying is, because you're losing civil liberty. If someone wants to risk their health, that's their choice. Can we take that around? If they're carriers but they test non-positive, and they then choose to go out, but they then contract it and die, that's their choice. They shouldn't be allowed to go out and carry. I'm not saying that, but I don't disagree. I think 50 potentially is a little bit young to put that in place, but I do see the thought process behind that. But again, I don't think it's completely well thought out. I think they've got a good idea, because I actually thought that was a good idea, because I was like, okay, could we potentially open all of this stuff, but could we say, right, okay, everyone, look at the deaths, and that pretty much is 90 whatever odd % in that group. Okay, so let's isolate that group for their own protection. But they have a choice to come out, but you sign to that choice. So there's, you then You take a waiver like you would in anything. If you want to go and jump out of a helicopter, you sign a waiver. Well, if you're high risk of COVID, sign the waiver. If you want to go out, I can't stop someone jumping off of a bridge, can I? No. So should I be able to stop them going out of their house?
It's hard, isn't it?
Well, no. What I'm saying is I'm not sure that we should have total control of that.
We can't.
But you could put in place testing. They can't go out if they're going to spread it. So
yeah,
again,
they tried to do this with track and trace. Now we didn't do it. Now I was talking to somebody that does work in China the other day at work, and they've got a system, and apparently it works really well, where you walk up, before you can enter any building, you've got to scan a barcode on your phone, and your phone will light up green, orange or red. Right. So green, you can come in. Orange, you've been near someone that day that's got COVID or had it. Red, you've touched someone or something right within a metre of someone with it, and you can't enter. That's not a bad system. Now in this country, everyone's very sceptical because we have options here, don't we? We're in China, it's do this or we will, like, I don't know, lock you up. Or whatever, it's communism, isn't it? So, I don't
know if all of it is.
Well, they don't have a choice, do they? Let's be honest, right? So, we do. So, I weren't one for the track and trace. I don't want to download that, right? But I don't, right? Not for any particular reason, right? Everyone, they've got enough information on me. I don't want it. I don't think it benefits. But, eventually, maybe it needs to be that, because maybe I do want to know if I'm near someone with it. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But it is a worry.
You're just a bit like Boris. Well, actually, you just don't know. This is the problem.
Do you know what? The first week when I was ill, proper ill. Right, I was worried about you, weren't I?
Yeah.
No, I was. So one day I thought I might have COVID. I had a temperature. I went and had a test and I didn't have it, right? But that day I rang you up and said, I'm coming home. Go and put this stuff in this spare room, right? I'm coming in. Get in the other room. Don't come near me, right? Because I was worried, weren't I, for everyone else, not me, really. But in the end, that day I didn't have it. And actually, I think that my symptoms... I had some of them or whatever, and I felt a lot better. I think the worry of thinking I had it was worse than actually what I was feeling. I think it caused more.
Yeah, no,
I was worried about other people, actually.
You are
I normally worry about me and feel sorry for me, but on that day I was worried. No, I was worried about you. So, you've been ill in the past and stuff, and, it's a worry that worried me more
and
than anything.
Who would take care of you if I was gone?
Yeah, well, exactly. That worried me. I was surprised myself. That worried me more than anything. It wasn't...
What do you mean you're surprised?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be all right. I'm pretty fit and healthy in general. Right? You... I ain't sure.
I really wish I had a painkiller.
See, there you go. Even though I've got you some really strong ones around here they gave me last night, I don't want.
And I've left them. I'd have been falling asleep if I take the cocodamol.
Yeah, so I don't like taking.
Is it cocodamol?
Yeah, they were strong ones. Yeah. So that's what it is anyway. So that's the world we're in now, isn't it?
All right. So what have we got any cheer?
Well, yeah, you coming in? You tell me.
Well, I think I've done most talking.
Have you?
I feel like that.
So you're not allowed to travel again to Spain.
Yeah, it's a bugger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit. Do you know what? I don't disagree with it.
We're thinking we might, get rid of our place, mightn't we?
I think we have
because we can't see what use we're going to get from it. So a bit sad about that, but we're something we're looking at.
Try somewhere else. We're looking at south of France, maybe. But we was going to go away this week for a couple of days, but Nicole has to live by different rules.
That's right. Our rules are pretty strict.
Yeah, show's rules are a lot stricter than normal.
Yeah. So we actually, to be fair, we're not going to talk about the show too much.
We're not talking about filming, are we?
But we're saying that
it's very professional.
Very incredibly, the guys are incredible. Amazing. And we're following incredibly strict guidelines.
So even if you went to like France, where you could go, you got to isolate and come back regardless.
So we kind of. We have to stick by much stricter rules than we are in this country, which is good because it's protection. I mean, every time we go in somewhere, we're temperature checked. The area. I mean, people won't realise this, but every area that we film in or we touch is pre-cleaned before we start.
Even our house was.
Cleaning teams come. Yeah, they come clean. The teams come in, sterilise everything, handles everything. It's amazing, and we've got tiny teams. Tiny. We have no extra help. Tiny teams. No runners.
2 meters apart.
We've got Joe. It's fine. He runs everywhere for us now. But no, and they're doing an amazing job in the really challenging circumstances. So I think a big clap to everybody working at Monkey and NBC. So
professional,
making us
caring about everyone.
Yeah, making us feel incredibly safe. And I think there's a lot out there, with sort of media ready to sort of jump and people getting back to work now. But I have to say, I feel incredibly safe and they are doing an amazing job.
Yeah, they've always been amazing, though, to be fair.
No, they have, but I'm saying in real tough circumstances. You know, a lot of what they do now is done on Zoom call, so minimising lots down.
I think they have a Zoom call every day with America, don't they, about COVID, I think.
Yeah, COVID.
So,
we have COVID updates.
There.
We
it's
have
fucking brilliant.
literally COVID updates every day. We've had COVID updates this morning. Amazing. But yeah, so it's quite good for me. But
that's an example, really. We're a bit as a businesses now, we've just got to learn and adapt to the new rules. Basically, and that's it. Yeah. You ain't got a choice, and if you want to carry on business, you're going to have to change how you operate. Fact.
Yeah, and we were doing something. Obviously, I'm not going to. We were doing something this week, or last week.
Who was me? Yeah.
When we were doing something last week, and you know, didn't quite. You know, in an ideal world, wasn't as in the way that we would have 100% wanted things. But
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, in COVID world. I think I was getting a bit stressed about a few bits and pieces. Yeah. And then basically I sat there and I was watching the news in the evening.
You did change your mind, didn't you?
And do you know what? My whole mindset changed about everything that I was like trying to do. And I thought, do you know what? Just to have a little bit of something nice in your life and to be mindful about, we don't have a crystal ball.
No.
Every single one of us, including us, is impacted by this.
Yeah.
And who knows in the next 12 months, you know, how we may or may not have to adapt our lives. You know, I think we'll be fine. I'm quite easy at adapting. And I know you'll be fine as well. But you do look and you worry for your own children. And what the future holds for them. I mean, poor Rem, he's still not even managed to get a trial, was he? You know, but it's his life at the moment. But what I'm saying is, when you're 18,
there's no football.
You know, there's no football, so that's still not happening yet. Yeah. You've got like Kira's not going back to uni yet.
She's unsure when you're on or off or online or 2 days a week or something.
She's got a job though, hasn't she?
She's got a job.
She starts today.
What's it called? That place?
Lulu. So it's Lulu and then LUI London, fashion designer. So she starts. I'd not heard of the brand before.
I did it yesterday. Nice stuff.
So nice stuff. Looks like I was saying, Kira, any danger? You know.
Sort us out.
Sort me out some nice threads, hun.
Sort us out some gear.
Yeah, not you, because we're not putting you in a dress. I've told you. I know you keep mentioning wearing a dress recently, which
I've never done that.
I'm starting to worry now.
I've never done that.
And you would be like the ugliest cross-dresser
I don't think
ever.
I'd wear. That's not me. That.
No, but you
I have no problem with people that does what
but you would be
no.
You'd be most so attractive though, wouldn't you?
But it's not for me. What you do in your ass is up to you.
No, but
what I do in my ass is watch Netflix
and chill.
And I like fruit gums.
Yeah. I broke. Oh my God! I had my temporaries in. I don't know if I said, but I had a fruit gum.
I told you not to eat them, no.
And I broke 2 of them straight away.
I told you not to have it.
I was like, that's why I'm still in pain, because it was open for a week, and so it's a bit tender.
All right.
So that's why I'm in pain.
So this time next week I'll probably be unemployed.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Sign on.
No, you're not. Well, no, you're going to take it. There's no point in rushing into anything.
Oh my God, you cannot start anything new at the minute. I mean, that is not the right idea. I'm taking a 3-month view on it. I might get involved in some stuff you're doing.
Well, you've got a couple of things that you're doing.
To be honest, we've got an healthcare company, part of Nicole's businesses as well.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity. We can COVID test, can't we?
Yeah.
Basically, we've got to deal with where we can. I'm half thinking about getting involved in that. She doesn't know that yet. I'm just telling her, but.
Yeah,
I want to look at doing COVID testing, the proper test, the
new one that's coming out.
The new one, the 90-day one, the 90-minute one, and the bloods that get sent off. I think that's something to look at.
We're getting quite a lot of requests because we do, within that part of my business, we do pre-employment medicals, drug and alcohol testing, and COVID testing. We use a lot of the instant tests. These are really for site-based because we do a lot of site-based work. So on the whole, but we're now getting a lot of requests in for people that are travelling.
Yeah, because you need a certificate now for some countries.
So talking with the nurses that have worked for me, we're in discussions of whether we can start to facilitate those and give the certificates for people then to travel. Yeah. So it'd be good for potentially Joe to get involved in. I'm really busy with other stuff.
Because you asked her, the one thing I can do is sell.
Yeah, I don't think it's something you need to sell either. I think because people are out there want it.
I'll sell it. And this is why she's the fuhrer, she's profiteer.
No, I've not. I think.
Actually, to be fair, your COVID testing is the cheapest in the UK.
Yeah, to be fair, when we were COVID testing at the beginning, we pretty much did it. I mean, I think we really, by the time you had the people going out doing the testing,
I think we were
etc.
50 quid and everyone else was 300 quid.
Yeah,
It was that much of a difference. It was unbelievably different.
I mean, look, with the best will in the world,
you got my money.
Great to say that you can do everything for free, but that's not the way the world. Because if I do everything for free, how do I employ people?
No, you can't. No, I'm talking about salaries. You're covering salaries in that 50 quid,
Yeah, exactly.
So there's other costs.
So we need to, and you need to diversify at the moment. So it's something that we do anyway. And we're looking at moving into much more of the healthcare side of the business, purely because with what's going on, there's a massive need. I mean, we have nurses going to companies anyway and do like medicals, they'll do wellness now. We're going to develop more of that.
I think we have to now. I think it's just the world's changing. I mean, and for me, except for like maybe property, you can look at property, but I still think you wait 6 to another year, and unfortunately, and I say this unfortunately, people will be losing their houses. I imagine because of jobs.
I think we'll do more of the COVID training as well. So we do a lot of health and safety. So more of the COVID sort of information training for companies that are coming back to work in the correct manner, and making sure that people correctly, because again, it goes back to what I think is going on in the government. And I think that even if you scale it back to businesses, we're getting information from here, but sometimes if the government guidelines look a little confusing, that we can come in to companies and deliver more clear guidelines in kind of more, I don't mean an idiot-proof format, but much user-friendly format that people understand, because then you're going to work much more efficiently, safely. So want to sort of develop more of that. And I've been saying the way of the world is going to go more. It doesn't mean we can't do it virtually for them. So if people want, to do virtual,
definitely a big thing now, isn't it?
It's a big. So that's what we're looking at anyway. So that's kind of where the remit is, because we are quite quiet on the other area. I mean, we do this anyway for our own staff.
We've done it for 10 years.
Yeah. So
that side of that business. But healthcare must be 10 years old now.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah.
Maybe more. It's my idea to start that.
Yeah.
Because we used to sub that out, and I was like, what we subbing that for?
Yeah. We did. So maybe you're going to get back involved. So if you need employment
testing, dry alcohol testing, COVID testing, NTS is your place to go.
That's right.
Send us your money.
Send us your money. No, but it is. I mean, and everybody wants to work
nationwide.
Safely.
Yeah.
It does.
No,
and I'm thinking about COVID kit testing.
Yeah.
So I don't mean COVID kit, I'm talking about for companies. So the idea would be that you can, you could have something where you get all the updates from us. You get obviously all the kits ready to open. So depending on how many staff that you have, we would literally box up and send out to you everything that you need, from posters to sanitizer so it would just literally be kits. So hopefully I'll have more information on the COVID kits, and it would give you everything, and within that we'd do the testing for you each month, everything that you needed for new starters.
For big companies you might have to do random polls. You might have to.
I mean, we random drug tests, so I think that there's a point of random screening that you might want to introduce going forward until vaccines are found. So again, these kits, you'd say, like, we're a business that have 15 staff, so we would, for a monthly subscription, give you everything that you need for those 15 people to make them work safely. We would send you the updates. You haven't got to sit on there. You don't have to employ somebody else now to do that. We would give you all of that information.
That's a good idea.
So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Well, I've been working on putting it together at the moment, so I'm hoping we'll have something, myself and I.
No one else involved, no.
No. Along, obviously, I've got staff like the nurses, etc. But Joe may be allowed to be able to come out.
I don't know if I want to be involved in that bit.
But I think it's really good.
I'm very picky.
So distributing this out to people, updates, live updates. So anyway, you'll be able to order this through the website as well. So you can click put on ntsps.co.uk.
Correct. I'm surprised you knew that.
So watch this space. I'm going to start doing it, but I think it would be really easy for people, because I know if I've got, especially for smaller companies that can't afford to start bringing these people in to manage it.
Oh, definitely.
And
that is definitely a problem.
Well, the other thing is that you've got people on furlough. You still need to be giving your furloughed staff updates. It's people are forgetting that. You should be giving those staff still the information. They still work for you, and people
kind of feel safe in the workplace as well.
People are getting lost in this. That because they're on furlough, they're still your employee. So it's giving people help with that. But that's where we're going. I think it's going to be a good thing for everybody. check it out.
See, she's good at business.
Yeah.
See,
Well.
she's quite a silent assassin because I never knew nothing about that.
And
I actually think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I think it will be a big help. It'll be a big help. And certainly, if you say even for bigger businesses,
you can do any size this
well, yeah. But say even if you've got big businesses that have scaled back, and they have things. This is obviously a service, and it's a service for your furloughed people as well, because obviously you can't all of a sudden bring somebody in over somebody you've already employed, but they might not be suitable for that job.
Yeah, correct.
Would I feel comfortable doing that? No, I wouldn't. Would I feel comfortable?
I find that law, though, I find that employment law bullshit.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is in this day and age, you need to be incredibly careful.
No, but you got somebody that works for you 5 years, right, for example, and they're rubbish. And you've got someone new that's fucking great, right? You can't chop the 5-year one because you've got someone newer who makes you more money. It's bonkers.
Yeah, I don't think we
employment law. It's one-sided.
Difficult. It is a little bit, but look, we're in the world that we're in.
Yeah, true.
I think this is a service that will help businesses that maybe had to make redundancies, they can't then bring in, but you cannot order a service.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a really good idea, Nicole.
And it will be incredibly...
How much do you need for it?
I don't need anything, thank you.
I'll take 50% for it.
You'll take 50% of the profit?
50% of... No, takings. You got to pay the bills out of your half.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's going to be...
I'll give you $5,000 for it.
Nah.
50%.
I don't need it. I don't know what I'm benefiting. What am I benefiting? What am I getting from you?
A little bit of cash.
I don't want your cash. I don't deal in cash.
No, I'm not talking about cash, really.
Don't you try and...
I'm not a drug dealer.
Don't you try and put your dodgy cash...
I don't get cash no more. No one gives you cash today. When was the last time someone gave you an envelope for cash? No, not no more, does it? And actually, it's better. It's easier with a bank card.
To be fair,
I'll bank the cash we get at work.
I mean, to be fair, I deal with obviously big companies. I don't really deal with individuals.
I'm sure you get backhanders in cash for this work. You get.
I wish. No,
yeah. Your industry's very strict.
Not in this day and age.
Your industry's very strict. You have to sign. Is it £50? You can't give a present for more than £50.
Yeah. So in my industry, it's incredibly anti-bribery is a massive thing within my industry.
Yeah.
And so like if I go to a meeting and say there's a lot of us there, we'll actually sign an anti-bribery policy
every time.
There's certain companies that have that in place. So before you sit into a meeting, you will sign that. If you want to, even at Christmas now,
you have to be careful what you send clients.
I don't particularly agree with this because at the end of the day, people work, and it's always back in the day you could give people a little perk. You've got good relationships. Now they have to notify their employer, and it has to be below £50. But yeah, I mean, so you have to make sure you're complying now.
Yeah. Which is, I get why, because obviously.
Well, yeah.
People giving out £1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't be happy if I lost a contract to somebody that was...
Which has happened.
It has happened in the years gone by, yeah.
Osborne's.
No, not mentioned. No, I don't know. He's joking. I don't know. No.
That's a long time ago now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
can't think of his name. Otherwise, I'd shame him.
No, but things have in the years gone on. You're a nightmare.
Should have come to me. I would have gave you more.
But yeah, so I think in this day and age, so for companies at the moment that aren't able to open, it's like we have looking at what service or what else could you
how are you going to adapt?
Yeah, and what can you offer that's now online rather than face to face? I mean, unfortunately, if you're a dentist, you can't really offer online support, can you? If certain things you need to be face to face with.
Yep.
If my staff need to dig a hole, not much I can do. Although where we can send a machine in, we will now.
Yeah, you can distance that kind of.
So quite often, just say we're doing a job at the moment. It might be more cost effective actually to not hire a machine. Am I keeping you up? Joe gets bored when I talk about railway.
I was in hospital 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was up at 6.
But what I'm saying is, where before it might be cost effective to use a team of guys, and this is difficult, we might now choose to spend a little bit more money by using a machine, which would minimise risk. But again, it's chicken and egg. Less hours for guys working.
Well, I think what you find as well when you're in all government industries in a way, the funding, the money's not coming through as quick as it
come on, Network Rail, get a move
as it was promised. You took a huge sums of money. There was $2 billion put to rail this year, wasn't there? And it's normally released
Still
in
looking,
bits.
where
and,
is it? Can't see
it's
it.
delayed, which you get it because they're spending their money elsewhere. But we must be,
But yeah, so we'll all. So
I
we'll all
noticed a lot of
be,
roadworks are going on at the minute, so the roads have obviously got their funding because there is roadworks everywhere at the minute. It must be the end of their year trying to spend their budgets for they get the more they get more.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, a lot. So I say I don't want to sort of give too much away because I've got something else kind of within what I'm trying to do with these packages. On a little bit of a search engine, but I don't know how quickly I'll be able to do this. So to help people make supply and demand a little easier.
I actually think it depends what the price is, but it's a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's a very I think it is anyway. I would use it if I was looking at it.
Yeah.
So I thought, what would I need?
You're cutting potentially what with somebody's full-time job out, aren't you?
Yeah, and
otherwise you're going to have to employ people to do this stuff.
It's not even that. It's just, again, making the rules much clearer.
Yeah, it is changing all the time, isn't it?
And making sure that you've got those. So say if something new comes in, that you'll get that update and you'll have the option to click and order for the additional bits you need without having to go and outsource it. We will source in the stuff at the best prices.
Yes.
So that's kind of the service that I'm offering.
Links to other sites.
So yeah, or we can just do it directly for them. So yeah, no, because at the end of the day, because we'll probably get a better
3%.
price. Yeah, I wish I could work on that margin now. I used to love that number. Those days are long gone, I'm afraid. But yeah, you just work a little bit harder, don't you?
I mean, everyone's got to, there's no one out there making, some people know Amazon.
Well, yeah, Amazon.
Hand sanitizer companies, I imagine, gloves. If you go back in time, a year ago, you'd invest in as much PPE as you could, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, if somebody asked me for money for PPE a year ago, I was going to piss off. Not for me, that. What a mistake I would have made.
Yeah, but hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? So
is it?
Anyway, got any jokes?
I've got a joke the other day, and I thought I'm going to share this on this.
You forgot it?
Yeah, I forgot it.
It's pretty useless, isn't it?
I'm not a joke person.
No, and I do actually. Do you know what?
I'm a funny person.
Funny haha or funny peculiar?
I make people laugh. Bit of both.
Is that when you get naked? Running around the house naked this morning, and the cleaners are in the house.
I was in the bedroom actually when I was laying in the bed naked.
And then you got up and you're walking around. I was like,
I was on the phone. If I'm on the phone, I'm up and about walking about.
Pacing.
Do you know what I mean? Don't get out of my room.
But they were out the room at this point.
Yeah, but I made sure, didn't I?
Because people have got this image now of the cleaners in the room and you stomping around naked. Yeah. So yeah, he wasn't.
No. So then, because I went to work early. And then I come back to a little day before we come and done this because I wasn't feeling well.
But you're probably going to go back and have a nap.
No, I'm not. I've got to go back to work. I've got to be at work and stuff sorted out. So
yeah, but you should start to feel better now you've got antibiotics.
I hope so. I've got another blood test Wednesday morning at 7:50.
So you can keep us posted.
So I'll keep you posted next week about that.
So I've got quite sort of a busy afternoon because I want to try and get quite a bit of work done because I've got a busy week this week.
Nicole this week has done a lot of magazines and you're doing something to do with Bobby Nice, you're not unsure what that is.
How
to be
funny.
Honest. She doesn't watch it, so she don't know.
So how funny is
this week?
What I'm up for an award, which made us laugh.
Right.
I didn't realise though this.
Nicole was up for the National Reality TV Awards.
Celebrity Personality of the Year.
Right.
But listen to my group.
Let me tell you who she's up. It's the main award. She's up against Tom Jones. Will.i.am.
Cheryl Cole.
Cher.
Lorraine Kelly.
Something Crosby.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the Whitmore girl off of Love Island.
Whitmore. There is some big hitters.
But it was the Tom Jones and Will.i.am that cracked me up.
Apparently, Lorraine Kelly pisses all over everyone on all these awards. That's what I'm told.
That's what we're told.
Anyway,
but
so I'd love you to vote for her. Right, it's on my Instagram. Probably on hers.
No, it's not actually. I should do that.
But I've got it on my wall because I'm so proud of her. So if you could go on and vote for her, click the link, that would be absolutely amazing. I'd love her to win it. I'm going to have a right good go at it.
I won't know, but it is funny. I was like... But
we didn't know either, did we? Someone sent it to us.
No, do you know how I found out? So basically on Instagram, people like copy you in and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think it was the Real Housewives one.
Oh, yes.
And so like all I saw was actually Tanya, because it's Tanya and I that are up for an award.
No, Seema's on it.
No, Seema's not up for an award. That was the funny thing. I thought she was.
She's on the same list as Tanya.
She's
I'll show you now.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I sent it to her. She went, no, I'm not.
Cheers.
Oh, anyway, it just says she's part of the cast. No, you didn't. It's
did.
not. She's on the group one, which is the Housewives show being up. But anyway, I made myself look stupid.
But I'm right.
But I don't think you are, but whatever. But anyway, so I didn't actually look at it. I just saw Tanya's name. I thought she was up for an award. So I reposted it, and then someone messaged me to say, "Oh my God, well done." And I was like, "What for?" And then, I thought it was funny. And then I read the list, and I was like, "Oh wow,
this is unbelievable."
Yeah, I was like, "Wow."
But it's a shame because there's probably a board to do this. That won't be on, so
no,
you won't be able to go to it. But you've done Emmy End this week. You've done Fabulous.
Yeah, I've got a thing tonight. I've got a few things I'm doing.
Yeah, you're doing
this
a bit
week.
of press. This is all to do with her agent.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I thought it was to do with me,
You got
but
some product today as well for them, didn't you?
Oh, yes. So I'll bring it next week. I'm going to start it today.
Collagen drink, is it?
It's like a collagen drink. I can't remember what it's called. So I'm going to bring it next week.
There's a shock.
So I'm going to start taking it today, and we can talk about it next week.
There's a shock that she don't know what something's called, and I haven't seen it, so...
It only came in the post this morning. So
yeah, so she looked at it and now she can't remember.
No.
So that's how interested she is.
I was multitasking.
Because it wasn't about her, so she doesn't remember.
It didn't have my face on it.
Yeah, exactly. So now you don't remember.
I'm only joking. Well, I think we've got quite a bit on today, so I think we should kind of...
No, we're not. No,
we're not ready?
No.
I thought we were ready.
No, we're fucking miles off.
Oh, you're so rude
But if you
and
want
aggressive.
to leave, if you want to leave, you can.
You're so aggressive.
Probably
Bit
because she
aggressive.
hasn't touched the phone for 45
I'm in
minutes.
agony. I've got to be honest with a toothache.
Yeah, well, I'm still talking.
Go on then, you carry on then.
See what she's like. Part-time. 1 hour a week I asked for her. 1 hour a day. I spent 3 days being a bit part player in her TV show this week. And 1 hour a week I asked for.
I'm in a lot of pain, just so you
weren't
know.
in a lot of pain when it was being filmed. So, that's what I'm saying.
Because I took all the painkillers
Be
in the world.
professional.
Go on then, you crack on. You finish the
Be
segment
professional.
then.
So our competition's still running, Nicole.
Oh yeah, it's got to do a bit better this
Which
week.
actually is doing better, but it ain't doing enough.
So you better get a crack on with
Yeah,
it
so
this
you all
week.
need to get back on this competition. I've still got £1,000 in cash to give away. All right, you're getting there.
But just not quick
Right,
enough.
there's probably about 50 now. Right, it needs to be 2,500.
But I think numbers are picking up though.
No, they are picking up, right? They are picking up, and we pushed it quite hard this week, social media wise as well, haven't we? And viewing's going up, and I'm really pleased. If I could get some more subscribers on YouTube, I need 15 more to get to 100, which then changes our YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I might give something away
Not me.
at 100 subscribers.
Oh.
So I might give some
Surprise.
of the £1,000 cash away, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
So I'm looking 15 subscribers this week.
Okay.
That's all. That's all.
Is your sales pitch not going well then?
I'll tell you what, I fucking
I'm not
commented
sure
and
you can.
reposted for £1,000.
No, I'm literally not sure I could have you work for me.
£1,000, people can't bother reposting. Do me a favour.
No, people are, but I think that they just
Do
get.
me a favour. To be fair, on Facebook, you've had a bit of hate this week.
Oh, go on then.
You've had a bit of hate. I deleted some of it.
Why? Why not?
Because it's on my podcast
Go on then.
Facebook page and not yours.
Oh,
so
okay. Go on then. What was
you're
they
a
said?
stirrer.
With what?
Don't know. And Pika's better than you.
I don't even know him, Pika.
Yes, you do.
I don't know her.
She's better than you.
Well, she's definitely not better than me. I don't know her.
I saw her on BBC News the other day.
Did you? Is she better than me?
She was talking about a shop. I don't know her.
Exactly. So
I've never met her.
So anyway,
Anyway,
but what
this is
I'm saying-
comment.
So yeah, well
You're
then.
a stirrer.
Yeah,
Someone
go on,
else said you're a bit of a bitch face.
Well, I can be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a bitch.
There was 4 or 5 to this week.
I feel like you're making it up.
No, there was. One was nasty, but I couldn't remember. I think it's about both of us.
Was it a troll?
Probably. I've noticed on Facebook, it's maybe I don't look at. I never look at Twitter, but you say Twitter's a bit like that.
Yeah, I don't even look at it.
And I think
anymore.
where Facebook, it's a bit more commentary. Maybe that's the difference because Instagram's alright, and you don't really get any shit on Instagram.
Well,
very
that's
often.
why I only look at Instagram.
Very often, there's not much.
Only
of
look
it.
at the bits that I like.
People seem to be quite friendly on Instagram and quite
They do.
supportive. I find.
I find them.
You've got some really good people on there, but Facebook. No, there's been a few, but other people really like us.
No one's put anything on mine though. My own one.
No, because you're probably not sharing these links, are you?
Probably not.
No, so
Well, no, my
I've got
Instagram's connected to my Facebook. But
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm not very good at clicking. Like, I don't know who's my friends on there and stuff. I'm not so good on that. I don't
no,
really
but
use it.
the Facebook page for this is getting busier and busier, and so is the Instagram. So
okay.
it's all good. It's all going in the right direction. And we need to keep doing this. We need to get the numbers up. So,
Oh, well, I don't mind a little bit of hate. It's fine.
No,
So
I don't mind. I like the hate.
Have you had any hate this week?
No, but I imagine we'll start getting more as the TV show comes on. When does it air?
I don't know. I can't.
Is it about 8 weeks or 6 weeks?
Not a clue.
I think, yeah.
You're giving false information.
We don't know, do we? So I'm hoping that filming don't stop though at some point because of this stuff.
Yeah, no. Well, I think everyone's just got to run with it. Who knows?
We're just running with it.
Just going with it and get as much done as everybody can, and hopefully we've got a show at the end of it.
We've got a show.
Well, no. What I'm saying is.
Although good news is the Housewives of New Jersey started refilming 11th episode. My second favourite series of the Housewives. The only one I watched originally.
I know you're admitting that.
I did watch that show.
When I kept saying it, you kept saying, "Why are you telling people that?
I fucking love that one." Anyway, I like the Cheshire one better now, especially when I'm on it. The ones I'm not in, a bit boring. Just saying. There's no show without Joe. That's one of my friend's sayings.
Yeah, that's why they're your friends.
Yeah. Really makes me laugh when he says it.
Yeah, so your little buddy, your little walking partner's been on holiday.
He's still there.
Yeah, he's trapped.
He ain't come back, so he'll be isolating. He's in Milko. He says there's no fucking issues whatsoever there.
Yeah.
And I can't go.
I know. Very upset. We need to sort that out this week.
Yeah. So we probably will be looking to move. I might go and have a look at Croatia.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how schedules allow if we get a couple of days away.
This is what I do think, and I do say it, don't I? And I said it when you started the show, right? Other people in other TV shows go away during filming. Right? I kind of see everything. Maybe I'm a bit too black and white, like football, right? If you're contracted and you're training, you ain't going away. If you're filming, you don't go away.
But
when you finish, go where you like.
Yeah, but if you've got a break, you're allowed to go. If I get a week off, I can go.
You go away for 2 days because you're
exactly.
like 5.
Exactly.
And
if I get that opportunity, I will be doing that. Because we film a long while. We film into. We're going to be filming
3 months off.
We're going to be filming into like November.
How'd you know?
Because I've got the filming schedule.
Oh, I feel like something you shouldn't have said.
Well, no, but you're filming all for so it's pretty much the rest of the year.
Like an email's coming.
No, what? Because we're filming for a duration.
That's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the minute, especially at the minute, like in the world at the minute.
And to say you're not going to do anything. But I wouldn't. Obviously work comes first. I'm like that with everything.
Yeah, work does come first with us.
Yeah, I'm professional, I think, with whatever I choose to do. But yeah, if I get the opportunity for a little break, then and I could take it safely, I will be. And then obviously you have to be tested. You have to isolate.
Holidays in the UK at the minute. You see how expensive it is in the UK.
It's a disgrace. I tried to book something. We tried to book to go to Scotland. Was it not Scotland? Wherever it was. I don't know if you can do that either. I'm not sure.
I was unsure about this, Edinburgh. I was going to go to Edinburgh this weekend.
Yeah, because we'd had to check. So I'm not sure if you have to do that as well. I don't know if you have to isolate them.
The train to Edinburgh was £700 for 2 of us.
Ridiculous.
That was fucking outrageous. Trains, though, I know we're in the train industry, but for the last 12 months, there has been a massive increase in train fares, I think, national travel, because it used to be quite... You could get to London sometimes 50, 30 quid.
Trains, though, at the moment are relatively feel quite. Quiet, so not a bad mode of transport.
Maybe that's why it's more. Maybe they're doing more cleaning, I suppose, and you can't moan because it's keeping you safe. You can moan, but when you actually think of the costs in just running offices now, the cleaning and stuff, in staff, it's cost more.
Nothing is easy. I don't think, like we said, there's nothing that's easy. Yeah.
But I know somebody that was looking at a house in Anglesey, and there was like only 2 available. Everything else had gone, and one was like horrible, and it was £1,500, and there was like a 4-bed nice one. It was £1,500 a day.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
A day to go to Anglesey. And I was like, you going? He was like, no, I won't fucking blame you. That's a lot. You go to Barbados with that money.
Yeah. Apparently, Barbados, you have to have a test before you go, and a test when you come back.
Certificate. When you go back as well. Well, they did lock down, didn't they, at the end, for permanently?
I don't think they've had any cases, though.
They locked down, though. You weren't allowed in or out after a certain day. Because we had some friends that were there, and one stayed and one come back. Do you remember?
But, so it's an interesting time, isn't it, for us all?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's an interesting time, and the world's definitely going to change, hopefully for the better eventually. But
so we had a little visit. We had a little visit from Kira this week, which is nice.
Yeah, and my mum and your mum come up.
Yeah, so we see the mums. So that was all nice.
Yeah.
Lucas obviously she's had her place painted, I believe, yesterday.
But,
one of her spare. Well, everything was nice in there, but she had this really, I don't know, one of her friends.
Oh, it wasn't one of our guys. Oh, okay.
No, she organised it. But the spare room was a pretty hideous colour, so she's just had that paint. It was like a horrible maroon.
The cream,
maroon.
There's a lot of furniture in there. I couldn't really see what I can't remember seeing them all.
So I think she had that done.
And she seems happy enough, doesn't she?
Yeah. So everybody's safe.
She's been home a lot less than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah. Everybody's safe and well.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Well, I think that'll do for this week, Nicole. It's been a bit of one of those weeks, and hopefully next week we've got a bit more cheery news, because I think that It's just how it is at the minute, and I don't feel well.
Exactly.
So
And I've
please
got a
send me
toothache.
gifts.
I send you gifts. Send you gifts.
All gifts are appreciated.
You're a nightmare.
So
anyway,
anyway, enter the competition. I want to give the £1,000 away.
yeah,
right?
we're trying really hard.
I'm fucking dying. Do you know what? Next week I'm going to bring it in and put it on that table.
The colour of money.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right. So you enter the competition. You all know how to do it. Comment, repost, like. All right. So thank you for listening for this week. My name's Joe Sealey and I'm a husband.
And I'm Nicole Sealey and I'm a housewife.
The best housewife.
Of course. Bye, guys.
See you later, guys. See you next week.
The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, oh, it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.